Rapid City Roundup. It's the Rapid City Roundup. Oh yeah, it's the Rapid City Roundup. It's Rapid City. People are drinking breast milk. People drinking their kids' food. Oh yeah, it's a Rapid City Roundup. Everyone in the city is breaking bones of everyone they know. Oh yeah, Imagine living in a city so small where you know the mayor and he comes over and he plays Xbox with you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Imagine living in a city that's so small where you know the president of the entire world. Oh yeah, it's the Rapid City Roundup. Your best friend is a mountain lion. It's a Rapid City Roundup. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I fucked up a few things there, but I'm on the go here.
That was wonderful.
It's
I love
stream
that.
of consciousness.
Oh,
I love
so good.
So in the last unofficial Rapid City Roundup, we discussed my friend group that stole milk from a baby.
Yes.
Everyone remembers this.
Everyone got drunk and they took the breast milk for a baby.
And they gave it to a waiter from a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
And they tricked him into drinking breast milk from a human.
Because he needs his protein.
It's
He's
almost
got a
a
long
rum
night
shot.
at Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's almost a rum shot, and he drank
Energy.
breast milk. So the new big news in South Dakota is that one of my childhood friends, who I love, and he's one of my best friends ever, he was a national champion, state champion wrestler who ended up brutally breaking the bones of one of my other friends.
This is a while ago. This is like
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I go, what happened? I go, for lack of better words, I'll go, what happened to Rock and Raymer? And did I fuck up?
It's okay.
Well, wait, what?
Who gives it? Who's gonna know?
They're friends.
Who's gonna
now.
know?
They made up.
No, don't do that again, but we have to edit that out. But go on.
So Joey tells me about his friends that I know have been friends forever, and one of them broke the shoulder of another one. The elbow in a big, like, drunken fight.
Yeah.
And they had, like, a legal battle, and they didn't talk for years, and then they recently they connected, and they're back to being great friends, and that's beautiful. But the guy that broke his elbow recently broke somebody else in the town. He broke another person's arm in the town.
It's a small town. And how many people do you know in your life that have ever broken another person's bones intentionally in a fight?
I've never known a single person.
Zero?
That's wild. Yeah,
Zero.
That's a bad thing.
It's quite rare. It's even rare for somebody who is a champion fighter to break somebody's bones in a fight. But I have a friend who broke my other friend's bones 5 years ago. And they just got out of a long legal dispute. They were best friends in South Dakota.
Yeah.
They were best friends, and then a man broke the other man's elbow, shattered it. Big, very expensive surgery.
Well, I want everyone to know though, like, because this made me depressed for a while. Mm-hmm. I knew them on an auxiliary level. I hadn't even visited South Dakota before I heard this. I knew about it for years, and I never even met the friend you're talking about, who I now know, and he's become like an actual real friend. But it all sounded so strange to me, because I was like, what? Like, because I knew through you, I was like, they've known each other forever. I was like, they're not speaking? I was like, they're in court? I mean, they're on, like, Judge Joe Brown, and they're, like, yelling at each other in court?
So they were best friends, and they didn't talk to each other for 4 years. Because this...
I hate that.
That'll cause you to stop talking to somebody. Yeah.
The friend with the shattered elbow was going after the other friend's homeowner's insurance.
Whoa.
For a $50,000 surgery or some insane big medical bill. But so 4 or 5 years later, whatever it is now, finally, this thing is resolved, and the Bone Crusher met with, like, they hung out. It was the first time he had seen them in all of these 5 years. The entire family, not just the guy's bones that he broke, but his entire family, who was very involved with the lawsuit. And they hung out, and they all made up.
So everyone's okay.
And everybody was okay. And
That's really nice to hear.
this dark cloud finally passed the Bone Crusher's mind.
But
5 minutes later.
But about 7 months later.
No. 5 minutes later.
Oh, at the party?
Wow.
He did this at the
Shut
party.
the fuck up.
Yes,
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Phenomenal.
Wait.
Phenomenal.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So when he broke this other guy's bone, he was at the party that was to make up for breaking his friend's bone?
Yeah. So it was
fantastic.
It was the first time that he had ever seen this family. It was his birthday. They finally forgave him. They were like, okay, you broke our son's bones, and our friend whose bones got broken was there, and they were all just like, we missed you. We forgive you. Like, let's put it in the past.
I didn't know. You told me about this a week ago. You didn't tell me it happened at the party that was making up for breaking bones.
Yeah. So my pal,
Can't stop breaking bones.
So my pal, the Bone Crusher, goes. He's like, I'm feeling good right now. I finally. This thing has been weighing heavy on me for so long, and it's finally off. And thank God, I'm so relieved. 5 minutes later, he's now got, you can tell this is like a mental, he has like a real, I don't know if it's ODD or what exactly it is, but he's got some penchant to need chaos and destruction.
Yeah. He's got a thirst for crunch.
He sees a bone unfractured, and it drives him insane.
He sees a complete skeleton, and it's like his personal nightmare.
He's got unfractured insanity.
Oh, fuck.
But so anyways, he goes Terminator 2 mode.
He's scanning.
He's now like the T-100, where he's just seeing digital red, where it's like, this guy has weak bones. He's like, old.
Yeah.
So he approaches. These two sisters are talking to a man.
Oh, shit.
And the Bone Crusher walks up to them. And he decides this guy is a creep who's trying to have. And by the way, they're all 50 years old.
Oh, no.
So he goes, oh, this guy is a creep who's trying to, like, fuck these chicks, and he won't leave them alone. Turns out, later, we find out, that was their brother.
So he just dug a bigger hole with the family.
No, yeah, so he walks up with this guy, and he goes, like, hey, why don't you, take a hike, you fucking creep. Get away from these chicks. Like, what are you trying to... they're not interested.
Because he's trying to fuck the chicks.
No, they're 50. He's just...
Oh, word.
He's just... And he has a wife who's there, and he's got a thirst for blood.
Oh, he's a cowboy, yeah.
He wants to break bones.
He's the Bone Crusher.
He's the Bone Crusher. So this guy starts saying something back, and the Bone Crusher's being so aggressive that the guy eventually pushes the Bone Crusher.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So the Bone Crusher...
Why was the Bone Crusher being so aggressive?
He just wanted to crunch.
Everyone's hammered, right?
Oh, yeah. So hammered that almost nobody remembers this, and is going to make things foggy if it goes to court. Because who's going to testify? Nobody remembers.
That is good.
Yeah.
That's when you can get away with all your crimes.
Maybe. But so anyways, according to what I've heard, I think probably what happened is that the Bone Crusher did get shoved first, and then he, national champion, state champion wrestler, decides to shoot. Maybe it was a double.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a single. I don't know exactly, but it was some sort of nice takedown. And crushes the guy's ankle upon the landing. Shatters his ankle. Shatters the ankle. Completely shatters his ankle. So he just got out of this last bone crushing, and he breaks a brand new bone. And so our sweet friend Brock, who is a friend of the show and a friend of Devin, he is the guy who had his elbow.
You told me earlier I couldn't say.
No, you can't say. We can't talk about the other.
Yeah. But
No, we can talk about. Brock will talk about
Are you calling Brock?
Yeah.
All right,
Let me give you his number.
I love this so much.
I have Brock's number.
Oh, yeah, call Brock.
We all
Call
got
Brock.
Brock's number, dude.
I forgot about that.
Is he expecting this?
Yes, he is.
Good. This is so cool.
Technology?
Yeah. Kicks ass.
Tech, man.
Yeah, dude.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Brock?
What's up?
Yo, you know who this is, right?
No.
It's Devin.
Who?
All right, you're being funny.
What are you trying to be, a big Hollywood hotshot, Brock? It's Devin.
Yeah. What, did you forget who I was? What are you at the petting zoo right now?
Stop playing coy, you cousin fucking hillbilly.
You're on the podcast.
Oh, no.
You're on the podcast. You crazy maniac. Joey, we just started a new segment called Rapid City Roundup on the show where we talk about all the craziest stories from Rapid City.
I got fucking duped. God damn it.
You told me that I could call you.
What'd you think this was?
Yeah, I know. I just, you know what? You want to know what happened was I just DoorDashed and there was a weird number that called me. I thought my DoorDash was a little bit.
Oh, it's like DoorDash has a San Francisco phone number or
Who
something.
the fuck? Who does
Yeah.
DoorDash out there? What do you get your food brought to you by a buffalo?
Yeah. What do you DoorDash? Squirrel meat?
You know what? Don't fucking talk to me that way, John. I will fuck you up, John. if I have to.
Brock, listen.
Brock and John
John, I
have a
don't-
really testy relationship.
Brock, I'm going to triangle
Well,
choke
you know
you in
what?
the next week, bud.
Yeah, you've been trying that same fucking.
I haven't been trying. I'm going to do it, bud.
All right. Anyways,
Tell the story.
I thought you guys were DoorDash. Sorry.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
Well, Brock, can you fucking? You told me that I could call you. Are you ready? Can you be on the show?
Yeah. No. You can always call me.
Okay,
you know,
good.
You're,
All
one of, you're one of my best friends, Joey. You and Devin are one of my best friends. John can suck a dick.
Okay.
He hates John. I mean, a lot of people have an averse reaction to John.
It's okay, Jim.
John
Well, you know.
and Brock are enemies.
Yeah.
But anyways,
It's fine.
Devin, go back to what you were saying. Brock is ready now.
Oh, well, I mean, you bring it up.
Okay, you want me to do it?
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Brock, we just told the story. We're not revealing the Bone Crusher's name, but we've been calling him the Bone Crusher. So you were the first person
I was the first.
whose bones he crushed.
Yes. Yeah.
What happened on that?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, of course.
Yes.
So-
Joey and I grew up with the same friend group our whole lives, and the Bone Crusher was a part of the friend group. And went to the same preschool. His mom should be arrested for letting whatever happened in that preschool happen.
Well, that makes it sound a lot worse than whatever you're about.
Well, like fighting stuff,
fighting.
not sexual
Okay.
stuff.
I mean, it made it sound like some sort of.
No, not anything weird.
Yeah,
So-
it's
Where's
like
his mom
Jerry
doing?
Sandusky's preschool.
yeah. No, not any weird like kid touching thing. We were just running it. It was like Fight Club for preschoolers.
Right, you guys were running amok.
Yeah.
And by the way, this
Yeah.
friend of yours, I want to just let the audience know, a visibly sweet man who I've never met or talked to personally, but have known about for a long time. He's got, I mean, his pictures online are lovely.
By all appearances, he's a lovely family man.
Lovely family man. He looks like a leading man in movies. He's cool.
He's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And
We all love him, by the way. He just has a penchant to break
He
bones.
has a thirst for crunching, like we've said.
it's actually a very unfortunate, like me and Joey talked about the other day. It's like Joey goes, "God damn, he's a war machine." he every time he drinks Budweiser, it's like spinach for Popeye, and he can just break bones within seconds. Like it's just yeah. So I had the unfortunate circumstance of meeting Popeye, and he accidentally leg swept me as a goof, and I fell, and I completely I'm a pretty big guy, but I completely shattered my elbow to the point of either needing a full elbow replacement or just putting 2 screws in my elbow.
Holy shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 2 screws in my elbow from the bone crusher.
Yeah, the bone crusher, and you can't even reach your arm out fully.
Shut the fuck up.
But I could still beat the fuck out of John.
Nah, I don't think you can. What arm is it? Hey, Brock, what arm is it?
What?
What arm is it?
It's my left arm. So it's
you
not
say
even my
goodbye to
good
your
arm.
left arm, buddy.
Dude, John, okay.
Brock's gonna
enough.
kick your
Nah,
ass,
dude.
dude.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not even be close.
Brock's actually a pretty.
I don't think you understand how big Brock is.
How big is that's all is he?
I met the guy.
That's all
Brock
is
will
he?
fucking dominate
That's
you.
all is he?
6'3" or something.
Shut the fuck up, really.
He's
What
a
are you,
huge
Brock?
guy,
That's
dude.
all you, Brock.
He'll be opening
How-
fucking bottles of Natty Light out of your ass.
And he's got
yeah,
broad
yeah.
shoulder. How tall are you, Brock? 6'3"?
I'm like right below 6'2" ish.
Oh well, we'll find some fucking
it a little
grass,
bit,
buddy.
but yeah.
We'll find some fucking grass. All right. Anyways,
but
what happened?
He's
What happened?
strong and he's an athlete.
Yeah,
Go
okay.
on, Brock.
By the way,
Yeah,
let me
anyway.
explain why Brock and John have such a testy relationship. It's because like once a week for the last few months, Joey will call Brock and then John will get on the phone and John will say real cowboys are from LA.
Which doesn't even really make sense.
Makes zero sense.
It makes total sense. It makes total sense. Bro.
It's like the shit you say just does not make sense.
It makes
even
total
John's
sense, bro.
even John's gun coder. Come on, it does not make sense.
Brock, you have cognitive dissonance, buddy.
All right. So
From the old South Dakota.
So Brock,
Yeah.
the bone crusher crushed your arm.
Yep. And actually, we were roommates at the time, so we were living together.
Oh man, Jesus.
Roommates
Crushed
with the
my
bone
arm.
crusher. You're kind of assholes.
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
Yes. It's a long story, but we love the Bone Crusher. He's a great human being.
We still love him now.
I love.
So this happened 5 years ago, and so me and the Bone Crusher, he finally moved back to Rapid, and we've made up since. We're back to being best friends.
That's great.
And so this last Saturday, he makes well with everybody. He's doing his nice Bone Crusher remark.
Wait, Brock, when you say with everybody, he makes well with everybody, you mean your family, your extended family?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So he's
Wow.
This is his first time coming back into the fold because your whole
Yeah.
family was like, all right, this guy broke your bones. Now
Yeah.
we're in a lawsuit with him. He was your best friend. This has been weird. The whole family's kind of like, ugh.
It's finally,
Yeah.
finally
And
resolved.
he's back, and he's high fiving, and everyone's
Yeah.
like,
Did
"We
he lose
accept-"
the lawsuit?
They go, "We accept you. We accept you. Got you."
Yes. Yeah. So
he lost the lawsuit, and he
had
took
to-
it gracefully.
He had to pay for the surgery.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 His insurance.
So everything's on the up and up, right? All is good in the world. Me and the Bone Crusher are back being best friends. We're making jokes. We're in a group chat. We're in a group chat with Joey again. All's well in the world. And I'm like, hey, great night. Happy birthday. I'm going home. I get a text the next morning. Did you hear the Bone Crusher snap this guy's leg in half? I go, what? I go, no, there's no way in hell the Bone Crusher went out and snapped another guy's fucking bone. And they're like, no, he'll never learn. He'll never, like, they're all just,
He'll never learn.
learn.
Never learn.
and I'm like, this isn't fair.
Oh God.
I'm like, this isn't fair to the Bone Crusher.
Oh,
Like-
okay.
Brock's like, hang on a minute. We need to humanize the bone crusher.
It's not fair.
It's
just
now you're defending him. This is like an incredible.
Well, because, well, here's the thing. The Bone Crusher's a sweet human being.
I know.
He's a nice human. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
He was a 2-time state champ wrestler. And so when people fuck with him he could snap a bone. And like Joey said, it's like Popeye. You know, the Budweiser's like Popeye, like
well,
spinach.
Brock, you're sort of bailing him out here. Did you fuck with him? Do you think? Did you deserve to have
I didn't.
your bones
No.
crushed?
So my situation is way different than what happened on
I
Saturday.
think more accurately, what's true to say is that the bone crusher loves to break bones, and
he has a thirst for breaking bones,
and yet we love him for other reasons. He's a sweet man that is lovable. It's hard to explain. When you picture somebody that breaks bones and loves to break bones, you picture a psycho.
No, he's just kind of like he just kind of keeps he's just set himself up to keep having cartoonish moments happen to him.
A flip switches in him, and he decides, like, okay, I have to break a bone. But anyways, go on, bro.
So, but yeah, so this guy who's the bone he broke at your family event where he was making up. So he was making up for breaking your bone, and then he broke another person's bone.
Moments.
So
later.
here's the very sad part about it is he's come a long ways to being in the limelight of, hey, this happened. We've come a long ways. I've come a long ways. I have babies now. I have kids. He doesn't go out anymore. He doesn't drink that much.
The bone crusher has kids.
But he still tells you, he goes, man, those babies, their bones are really easy to break.
They're gelatinous.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, like he makes up and like it's going so well that night. So the fact that he actually snapped this guy's leg.
Oh, fuck.
Like,
it wasn't the ankle?
Shattered his ankle. It was the ankle.
It's like right above the ankle.
Oh, okay. Man.
Shattered.
Oh, my God. How'd he do that?
The funny thing is I talked to the bone crusher the next day, and he doesn't know.
It was like waking up Rooster Cogburn.
Well, first of all, the funny thing is that we all sell roofs. We're all in the roofing business.
Right.
And so the bone crusher used to be a financial guy in Minneapolis. Very fine guy. And he came back, and I'm in the roofing business. And the guy he snapped owns a roofing business, and he's in the bone crusher just now started a job in the roofing business. So he called me, and the bone crusher's so naive, and he doesn't understand it. People kept asking, is this a roofing beef? Is this a roofing?
It's like gangs in New York.
Yeah. And the bone crusher, he calls me, he goes, I don't even know what people are asking me. They're asking me if I broke this guy's bone because of the roofing business. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's an absolute mess, first of all. Also, the bone crusher is a very high, he's spoken highly in the wrestling world in South Dakota.
The wrestling world in South Dakota is basically being knighted.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's so.
You win state. If you ever win state ever in South Dakota, you are literally going to have a couple connections to get some piece of shit job down the line. Like it's just a weird thing. Like it's just like, oh, you're a two-time state champ wrestler. I remember you back in the day. You want to come sell roofs?
Right.
You know, like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But the bone crusher called me the next day, and this is what the bone crusher, he goes, buddy. First of all, he texts me and just goes, call me right now. I've
panicking.
Yeah, I've never gotten a text like that from him ever. So I go like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? Is somebody dead? Like, I didn't know what it was. So I called him, and he goes, buddy, I'm in bad shape. And then he goes, and then I'm like, what happened? What happened? And he says, it's another bone thing.
like, yeah, like it's so expected. It's just